epic battle for religious Americans' political allegiance. Specific and definable subgroups of the American population are reliably more religious than others. Women are more religious than men, potentially escalating tensions in religions that often exclude women from positions of leadership, mainly Catholics and fundamentalist Protestant groups. Upscale Americans are less personally religious than those who are less well off, but equally as likely to go to church, thus taking advantage of the community aspects of religion. This pattern is likely to expand in the years ahead. The ethnic composition of America is changing. Blacks, the most religious segment of American society, may not experience rapid growth, but Hispanics, also more religious than average, demonstrably will. My goal in this audiobook is to figure out what these patterns can tell us about the causes and functions of religion and its future. The foundation for the audiobook is the perspective of science, using empirical data to analyze what people think and do about religion. God is alive and well is based in large part on hundreds of thousands of interviews Gallup has conducted in recent years. Interviews that asked Americans about their religion, their religious beliefs, and their religious behavior. The resulting data provide an unparalleled and unprecedented database of information about Americans and their religions. Not everyone thinks these types of data are valuable. Critics of religion, such as Richard Dawkins, the late Christopher Hitchens, Sam Harris, and others, claim in essence that it doesn't really matter what people say about religion, because what they say is not reality. People may think they are religious, that there is a God, and that their religious rituals make perfect sense. But what people don't know, according to these neo-atheist thinkers, is that they have been duped. This view basically assumes that humans don't know what they're talking about. Atheists like Dawkins maintain that humans' religious consciousness has been hijacked by biology and evolution, parts of our inherited brains. These parts, developed through evolution and passed down to us through our genes, capture our overt consciousness and make it more receptive to the false idea of God and religion. Thus, the atheists would argue, when the passengers on U.S. Airways Flight 1549, famously piloted by Captain Chelsea Sully Sullenberger, began to pray as their plane descended into the Hudson River, or when, as I will discuss in this audiobook, most Americans tell us that they believe in God, that they pray, and that they attend church, they are only reflecting inner delusions. The issue is not that people have religious beliefs and engage in religious behaviors. Dawkins et al. Recognize those facts of life. The issue is causality. Dawkins and others say that religious consciousness is a false consciousness, brought about by evolution and superstition. It's no accident that the title of a Dawkins best-selling book is The God Delusion. Those who are religious, of course, say that religious consciousness results from a divine force, God. I will not be able to prove the existence of God, but I will show that many, many Americans believe that God exists and act and think accordingly. If people believe in God, and the spiritual realm, and heaven and hell, then the consequences in their daily lives are quite real, regardless of their ultimate reality. As social psychologist W.I. Thomas said, "If men define situations as real, they are real in their consequences." I will not be able to fully answer the question of what is behind Americans' religious consciousness. No one, to my knowledge, has measured God with a scientific instrument. Nobody has seen God in a way that can be verified independently. There is little evidence to document that heaven and hell exist, and we still don't know how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. But should millions of Americans' statements of religious belief and behavior be dismissed with a flick of the pen? I don't think so.